Well, next is to fit the motor, but I need to get that pad there. What I picked up was down again at Ace, is these felt pads. They go on the bottom of table legs and that when you have a wooden floor to stop it from scratching the floor. So I'm thinking, and I know I shouldn't, if I can get this open, that these have sticky backs. Oh, it's quite firm. Well, we'll find out. Worst case scenario is I'll have to take it off. So what I want to do, if I can get this back off, now I'm going to stick that on there. Okay, now, because I need a hole, go for the center. Okay, now that step drill has made a half decent size hole. I'm going to go for the next size up, but I've got to be careful because that top one is fatter than the metal and I don't want to dig into the metal, so I'll go all bar one level. There we go, look at that. Perfect. Now, the motor will fit in here nicely. The only concern is, can I crush it down enough? That might be okay. Ah, hang on. Rewind. I need to clean that pen off. Where is my brake cleaner? I think it's in the cupboard here. Give me a second. There we go, brake cleaner. And a rag. Hopefully it should remove that. Yes, it does. I use brake cleaner rather than cellulose thinner because I believe the cellulose thinner may damage the powder coat, which obviously I didn't want to do. So there we go, that's that. Now, this can go back on here. The screws in the holes. Get the drill out of the way. Let me see. Things getting heavier by the minute. Are those long enough now? Yes, they are. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, Morton. Okay. Okay, trying to hold too many things at once here. So let's start by just doing one, shall we? In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it with the nut initially. I'll put the spring washer on in a minute. Because all I want to do is make it so I can turn it upside down. Okay, that's got one to bite. Let's see if I can get another one to bite. Okay, that's two bitten now, so now I can get this bottom one. Let's pull that piece of fluff out the way. And I'm going to get my knife in there and trim that off. The spring washer. And you want the spring washers because you don't want these coming off. Or if you prefer, you can call them the is it shake-proof washer. Okay, so that's that one held. So now I can take this one off. I'm sorry, you're really not seeing much here. What I'm doing now is getting my spring washers on. See? Alright, now my only concern here is that the thickness of that pad I've put in will cause a problem with this going on. I don't think it will, because I think I can decide how far on or off it goes. And let's see. Because this has a little clutch mechanism in it, like an olive that that bites. You see in here it's split, and then as you do the nuts up, that shaft attaches itself. So we'll see. Yeah, that's a concern. What am I hitting? I'm hitting something, folks, so I got to figure that out. And it could be that I'm hitting those nuts, which is okay. That's not a problem, because yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse them so that the screw head is in here and the nut is out here. That way there is nothing inside that should damage it. All right, let me get that switched around. Right, time for testing before I put the hamster cage on. Now I have here grounded this and cleaned that up on the inside so that this bolt is now making a good contact to the body. So that is nicely grounded. I haven't done it to these. I haven't worried about grounding these. I don't think that's necessary. I guess I'll find out. So I have this wonderful kit, by the way, from Snap-on. EESM 500. It's a memory saver, but also it can be used as a power supply, just for testing. I think it's around $85. I think that's what I paid for it. And it comes with this adapter, and then I purchased this as a separate piece, which is very handy for doing this kind of testing. So let's clamp that on there. Now we'll turn it on. Check I've got a light. I don't have the light. Why not? Why don't I have a light? What's going on here, chaps? It is on. That says on. That says off. That's on. Oh, I think I've got a problem with my switch. Or is it a problem with this? No, it's a problem with that connector. You give it a twist, and as you can see, I now. Oh yeah, it's a little finicky. All right, so now I have my lead here. So let's just grab one of these and touch it and see what happens. Well, it works. Christ, it's noisy. Oh, that's fast. Maybe with the hamster cage on there, it'll be a lot less. Let's try again. Okay, let me just turn this off. Alright, so now we need to put the hamster cage on. Now that we're sure everything's okay. Let's turn this around here. Okay, now we can push that in. Where's the nut? Oh, it's over here. This is where... I'm sorry, guys, you're going to think I'm fucking crazy. I polished this. Yes, I polished this nut. No one's ever going to see it. Oh dear, I'm so sad. I can't help it. I just can't help it. I can't help it. I just can't help it. Oh dear, what's this socket? Because this socket, I don't think will be long enough. This is a 14mm. No, that don't reach. I need a 14mm. Come for a walk with me, guys. As we get a 14mm deep. That's a 12. That means that is a 14. It also means I need to choose a different wrench. And a little short extension. And let's just use my standard snap-on one. All right, let's see now. I wonder what, how do you, I guess if I just hold the wheel. All right, so let us now try it again. Switch back on and see. Let's start with the slow one, shall we? That's not so noisy, I guess, because it's got more resistance. Okay, now let's try fast, shall we? Oh, I can feel that blowing out of there. How happens if I shut that? Oh, there's the other flap there. That sends it in the other direction. Oh look, the wind, wow, it creates that much draft that it just blows it open. Love it. All right, we now know that baby works. Hopefully you saw that. Hang on, let me just do that one more time. There she goes. And this flap in here, if you shut it, it gets blown open. Guess it's got a bit of puff behind it, huh? All right, there we go, guys. All right, that is it. This is now back together. That's nice. I've got the order of the mounts. I've ordered 4. There's 1, 2, 3, and then there's another one here. So there must be a bracket on the bulkhead that I have just forgotten about. That's it, I think, for the heater box that I can do as far as I can go at the moment until the parts arrive. So those parts will be the, come on, engage brain cell. The mounts, the rubber mounts. Let's take that off of there. Get that out of the way. So I've got to wait for the valve, the rubber elbow, the pipes, which I can't do anything about. Here there are springs that attach to these flaps. I've ordered those springs as well. So they are attached to the flaps here. That, I think, is pretty much it for the moment. There are cables that attach to this to pull the flaps open and closed. That's all I can do for the moment. And do note, when you put this motor on, this goes at the top. Can it go down here? Yeah, it can, but then this wire is kind of awkward. This way it just runs around nicely. I will probably, when I put this in the car, put some more shrink tube on here to cover these two. Depends on the wiring harness, and again I will be replacing all my wiring harnesses. And that's a word of wise to all of you out there that are restoring cars. Please replace all the wiring harnesses. Why do I say that so seriously? It's simple. Old wires get brittle. They'll get brittle inside and you won't even know it. These 2 wires here or 3 wires here on this I know are okay because I've had this sleeve off and checked them thoroughly. But the main wiring harnesses that run through the bodywork, you're just not going to know. And all it takes is one little short, and then all of that work and effort you put into that car goes up in bloody smoke. And unfortunately, I've seen it. It wasn't my car, but I've seen it, and it is heartbreaking. It really is to see someone's work totally destroyed, all because he couldn't be bothered to spend a few $100 on wiring harnesses. So when you're working on these old cars, guys, replace the wiring harness. Right, this is a very short video. I'm gonna push this one out even though there's really not much content in it, purely because I'm going to be waiting a long time for these parts to arrive, and I won't be able to do another video until they arrive, and that is probably not going to be for another 2 or 3 weeks, I would imagine. One, I've got to order them, which I'll do on Monday, and 2, with all this COVID crap going on, everything seems to be slow. So again, as always, guys, now do like, comment, subscribe, get your ass out there in that garage and do some shit. Thank you.